interesting part was that after you wrote the story, you met someone in real life. The story of this man that you met in real life that you put at the end of the book. And I think that that's kind of an interesting sort of play about how sometimes we write things or we create things and actually then we manifest them in real life. And this idea that this is someone who actually has been through that entire ego journey, right? And come to a completely different place in his life.
Yes, thank you. You'll see it's the last page of the book, and or the second to last page. It's a beautiful man that I got to know just recently, literally when I was doing the final proof of my book. And I have a wonderful friend that lives about 4 doors away from me named Tracy. And interestingly enough, this process, I didn't share with a lot of people I was doing this book. I sort of kept it to myself because my ego had shared a lot in the past and I never got anything done. So I decided I would just keep it quiet and get it done. So interestingly enough, I'm on a walk with Tracy through Sausalito, which we did, frequently. And she starts to tell me that she's been hanging out with a really wonderful young man over in San Leandro who is a quadriplegic, and he is basically learning to really find some beautiful different aspects and new uses for his body. And so anyhow, I was intrigued, super intrigued. So I was blown away too while I was listening to her share what she was sharing about him. So I reached out to him. She was great to connect us. And I went over and spent a whole day with him in San Leandro. And I'm really sad because last night he called me. He so wanted to be here, like more than anything. And unfortunately, he's today dealing with a health issue, which he just couldn't get around or get here. But we talked last night for about 2 hours, and he is just a very special human being doing incredibly spiritual work. And he's working with sound, and he's working with his breath, and he's working with a lot of different avenues of the healing world, and he is having extraordinary experiences. And his platform and his website is in the book. And if you're ever curious, I really encourage you to reach out. One of the things he told me last night is when he was young, he wanted to be a pro soccer player. And his mom said to him, if you get an education, I know you're completely able to do anything you want to do. And unfortunately for him, when he was in ROTC, when he was about early 20s, he had a horrible accident, and that sort of ended the idea around soccer and around becoming a professional soccer player. But what's really beautiful is that he is the coach of power soccer, and his team has won and all over the world in power soccer, using wheelchairs. It's pretty amazing. So anyhow, I wish you were here. I wish I could have had him share this experience with us because he's a pretty amazing human being, and hopefully someday you'll all get to meet him or at least reach out to him.